Forming good, coherent strategies in Valorant can be a hassle. Whether you want to make better play calls or simply know when a teammate is making a good call. I'll go over different levels of strategies in Valorant and how to make any of them work better. Most games and most rounds are going to fall into the basic strategy category. These are rounds where either people don't talk at all and everyone just follows each other to a site, or one player calls out a site and that is it. This includes basic site hits with no plan, spread out defaults to see what happens on the map, or a defense that just goes wherever and doesn't make a small strategy with their team. This is more of a test of luck to see which team is randomly more cohesive. Either a quick FF vote will be thrown up, or perhaps a teammate will try and make a slightly more intelligent plan. For anybody who wants to make these strats work better for them, while staying in the basic strategy zone, look to play with a teammate. This will increase the odds that you can trade or make a play even when nobody's talking. Look to use utility for information. Try to get information so that you can make a decision of what to do based off it. Or be the light in the dark and make a small call. All it has to be is, let's go fast, let's go slow, or can I get a piece of utility now? Nothing crazy. You have some comms now and are talking about strategies for hitting a site. This doesn't have to be complex and can be simple like this pre-round talk. Do we want to go out on that mid gecko this time? That'd be dangerous.
Yeah, we could just default low-key.
While not major, they can give your team an idea of how to play together and what each person should do, while not requiring full team dialogue. A great way to get some comms on defense is to talk about how you are going to defend a site. Personally, I like to call out one piece of my utility that I will use, and that I am looking for the enemy's dart for a teammate. Another is this small plan from my teammates, ISO and Sova.
Lobby?
Where?
A lobby? I'm gonna shock
I
it.
got you.
Once again, it isn't anything crazy, but gave my team a plan on one side of the map to shock and vulnerable the enemy. Ways to make these strategies better. Say when you are using utility or going to run into the site. This helps everybody come with you and know when they should throw their utility. Ask a teammate to use a piece of utility somewhere. While it may seem minor, it can help the team use utility to take space when they weren't doing it before. Lastly, ask a player to do something with you. Can we push this angle together? Want to play aggressive here? While simple, they take away the singularity that most teams have and allows for team play that will often work out better than just solo plays. Hard strategies are often for pro play, in my opinion, or at least a team environment, as plays like what G2 do all the time in their games is hard to pull off. Simply based off playing with random players, ranked is often not the place to come up with new and confusing strategies for your team. They will either get confused, drown all your talking out, or execute the plan poorly. I recommend staying closer to intermediate plays where you can look to make small macro decisions for your players. Full stories about what a player should do and then doing this for 3 others will just be too much, and often people don't pay attention before rounds start anyways. If you want to try and get plays that are hard to pull off, first play with as many friends as possible. This will limit the amount of non-listening ears. Then try to make short plays for your teammates, ones that aren't too complicated but get the point across. This will allow you to make plays that perhaps the enemy won't see, but also keep your teammates' brains from hurting too much. Remember, any play that involves your teammates, no matter how simple, is better than no plan at all. Work to incorporate others' utility and bring them along for the ride. If they don't listen and do their own thing, leave them be and try to get as much use out of them as possible by either baiting them or having them be your team's lurker. A useless teammate can still be useful if used correctly. Lastly, communicate the small stuff. Utility usage, site executions, and especially how you plan to hold a site on defense. Not only does it improve your team's morale, it improves team trust and frustration when things go wrong. You can often point to things and get past them more easily. Teammates are humans, and even though they may have a tough game, encourage them and work together towards winning as a team, not winning as an individual.